You know what's disgusting about schools? Not only did they waste everybody's time and lied to everybody and ill prepared us, but they showed us what they was going to do to us in the real world. They sat us down and they made us watch Roots, which they didn't have no damn business showing people Roots. I went to an all white school and they showed me Roots. How dare they? Then they showed us the Holocaust. And then they proceeded to show us other little side German movies and stuff that was on the same scale of tyranny. They showed us how they was gonna work us to death every single day for the bare minimum for peanuts, and then expect everybody to be happy. They get mad at you at school when you show up and you look angry, and they want you to show up and look happy even though you're being subjected to something that's not really helping you, that you know it, you felt deep down inside that was wrong. It's just so disgusting. The many years that, and the things that have come after high school, many years later, looking back on it now, I'm acclimated almost to get up with a what are those little those calm things where like a megaphone, and drive to the damn schools, the high schools, wait for all the kids to come out and tell them that everybody's lying to you. Everybody's lying to you. You should be walking around with a mask on. The air is you're breathing in chemical biological warfare. Don't drink fucking any water unless it's fucking alkaline water, and you spend thousands of dollars installing a system yourself because the bottled water is poisoned as well too. Just imagine if these kids knew that they were eating human pieces in their meats. That's what's happening. The government is feeding everybody human body parts. There's been human DNA found in all of the meats sold in the stores, and it just continues to happen. And then, like I said in my other videos, whenever I bring this stuff up, I'm the crazy person. You don't get any respect in this life unless you got power. You don't get the car, you don't get the house, you don't get the family, you don't get the girl, you don't get the without the money, and to get the money, you have to be a slave. But even then it's set up to where if you're a slave, you still only make just a certain amount where you can't really ascend. The economy has gotten so crazy that you have to be a millionaire to be able to have the luxury to be able to ascend to obtain these things. Just imagine telling kids in rallies that if you want to have a family and a kid, or a wife and a kid, or a husband and a kid, or whatever, that you have to be a millionaire. They say that it costs about $1 million, $500,000 to raise one kid until they're 18. And people are spitting out 5 kids before they can even drink legally. There's all types of witchcraft and shit going on. And then people want to sit there and turn around and say that you just need to work harder, and that's the reason why you're not where everybody else is. People are born into generational wealth and then want to turn around and tell you that you didn't work hard enough, that something's wrong with you, when when nothing, when they were just born with gold. It's an infuriating dimension, and I'm speaking out against it. I'm blowing the whistle. I'm pulling the red curtain down. None of it makes any sense. This is demonic. And how can you love God or respect God or Jesus when you're aware of all of these things that are happening. He gave you the brain. He gave me the brain to think about these things. And then when I think about them, it doesn't coincide with trusting God and trusting Jesus, because none of it makes any sense, because Jesus and God are the creators of these things if they do exist, which they have to, because there's no way that something such as intricate as this dimension can be. It's a chamber of insanity. That's what these kids should be taught at school, and they should be taught that nobody knows what's going to happen if you kill yourself, if you freak out from the information that we told you in these rallies. But what you need to know is you shouldn't listen to any of us, and you should all go your own way, kids, and use the internet and try to learn as much as you can to be the best aliens that you can be. And then they should have said dismissed, but instead they bullshitted everyone. They bullshitted everyone with AP scores and Sat 9 tests. What does that have to? What does a Sat 9 test have to do with anything? People have no idea the ramifications of their actions that they're doing by bringing people here. The ramifications of imposing sentient life in a plane like this is just absolutely disgusting. So many weird spiritual and supernatural and natural things happen on a daily basis and a nightly basis that it doesn't even make any sense. If your kids have to come home when the lights turn on, then why'd you bring them in that world in the first place? What does that mean? Come home because the lights turned on. The the street lights turned on. You can't be outside. It's silent time. Why? What's out there? What's out there? Something real fucking weird is out there, and it's invisible. Earth is haunted.